We knew a storm was coming. We didn't realize how soon it would hit and how bad it would be. We'd been working on our boat moorings and the work wasn't complete. We thought we might have a couple of hours to finish before the storm hit. At 9 a.m., the wind speed was only 15 kilometers an hour, occasionally gusting to 20. By 10 a.m., the winds had come up sharply and we decided to get the divers out of the water as soon as we could. By 11, they had increased up to 35 kilometers an hour. The boats were hammering against the dock and we decided we had to get them out to the moorings as quick as possible. Getting them out to the moorings proved to be more difficult than we thought. First off would be Doug in his Nyseca. It wasn't going to be a one-man job, so he took our diver Bruce with him. It was definitely going to be a challenge taking the larger boat out and getting it secured onto the mooring. Even with 2 people on board, it's proving difficult to get the boat attached to the mooring. Meanwhile, back on the dock, several of us were trying to keep the ramp from getting caught onto the dock and ripping off. Back at the boat, our diver, Bruce, decided that he'd jump into the water and try and secure the boat to the mooring that way. That proved difficult and was a very dangerous situation as Bruce headed back towards the dock. We watched anxiously as Bruce swam towards the dock, unable to do anything to help his progress. Finally, he made it to the dock and was helped out. Meanwhile, Doug had managed to secure the boat to the mooring and was doing the dangerous job of trying to get into the dinghy without taking a dip into the ocean. He finally managed to get into the boat and rowed his way back to the dock. We had 1 boat on the mooring. Meanwhile, the winds continued to build, and we still had 1 more boat stuck on the dock. It took 4 people to try and keep the boat off the dock and get it launched safely. Kurt managed to get the boat out to the mooring, but getting off the boat in the high surf and into the dinghy proved to be very dangerous, and he decided to wait until the winds dropped. With Kurt riding out the storm in the relative safety of his boat, the rest of us retreated back to our cottages. The storm didn't abate. If anything, it got worse. We weren't the only ones who experienced difficulties. Our neighbors' dinghies washed off their dock and they had to run down on the pitching dock and try and rescue us. The winds continued to increase, and at one point we had a gust of nearly 90 kilometers an hour on our deck. Looking out in the water, you could see like wind spouts or water spouts or water devils, something I'd never seen on the water before, and the storm just roared on. Although we thought we'd secured our ramp in the upright position, a strong gust of wind sent it crashing down onto the float below, and we had to secure it yet another time. Finally, after nearly 5 hours, the storm abated. It was the worst storm the area had seen in 10 years. We were lucky that we all survived it in one piece.